I said I knew, I went and did it, bitch. WatchMeMakeIt.com. Witness it.
Ladies and ugly men, Handsome Contreras here. Welcome to Handsome Island. And this is Watch Me Make It, where I talk mindset, money, and real estate. I've gotten a lot of feedback from people saying, bro, all I see you talk about is mindset. We want the real estate. I know you want the real estate, and I'm getting to the real estate. And as a matter of fact, because I just got off of a call with a newbie investor, for those that don't know, a newbie investor is someone that's new to the game and has no experience. I had some questions from her that I was like, damn, I always get these questions, and I always get specific statements. So I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me flip the camera on and talk about it. So here we are. 3 hard money myths for beginners. Myth number 1, it's all about the deal. Your credit doesn't matter. Listen, fam. Yes, in certain situations, if you've flipped about 27 properties, of course credit doesn't matter. You have experience. People believe in you. They trust in you. They know, yo, you know what you're doing. Or if you decided to go to like a private lender, somebody lending their money out, and hey, they like the deal, they're from the area, they could care less about running credit. Yeah, different ballgame. But remember, this is for beginners seeking hard money. And when it comes to hard money, whether you like to hear this or not, and I know it sucks, believe me, I've been a beginner, I know what it feels like. Credit matters. Think about this. If you have a 620 credit score and Charles has a 750 credit score, and you both walk into Capital One Bank, just use a random bank, and say, hey man, I want to apply for a credit card. Who do you believe is getting the higher limits? Who do you believe is at risk for denial? You guessed it. Due to behavior patterns that credit scores track and credit reports follow, they're going to give it to Charles. And if they do lend you any type of credit, it's going to be a lot less than what they lend to Charles. You have to understand, this is a $300,000 property. If they see you can't handle a $4,000 credit card, do you think they're going to put $300K in your name? Listen, hard pill to swallow, and I ain't knocking anybody that has to go through that, because I've been through that. I had my credit score at a 514 at one point. But that's another plus about this world that we live in today. Many credit repair companies, matter of fact, there's one in my links, out there can help you get past these mistakes. Because look, some of us make mistakes, man. A lot of us have blemishes on our credit that were before we even understood the money game. So how are we held responsible for that? But in all honesty, if a lender is lending, they have to know they can recoup just in case something goes wrong. People are like, oh, but they can just foreclose on the property and get their money back. What if they can't get all their money back? They want to come after you. So technically, they prefer you to have some kind of skin in the game, something on the line. Now, that leads to number 2. Hard money lenders want to take your property back, so they hope you fail. Where does that make any sense? Let me tell you, as somebody that lends, as somebody that deals with the hedge funds, as somebody that deals with the banks, as somebody that deals with other hard money lenders, none of them are in the business of taking your home back. Trust me, they do not want to do that. Yes, some of them, like myself, are actual investors. I flip in Connecticut, I own some property out in PA, now getting busy in the New York area. I'm trying to get it popping here in New York and New Jersey, you know what I mean? A little tougher, but you know, we try to make some moves. But for the most part, no, they don't want to take over your problem. That's not the business they're in. They're lending money because they don't like getting their hands dirty. They'd rather be the guy in the middle, the intermediary. Hey, you have a property you need funded? Hey, I have people that need their money moved. Ching! Let me collect my points and I'm good to go. Believe you me, no hard money lender wants your property. No matter how nice it is, no matter how profitable it may be. Shoot, they don't care if it's in their own backyard. It makes them zero difference. They're not in the business of purchasing, selling, or rehabbing. It's not their thing. Their money is made on moving paper. Sorry to burst your bubble. They do not want to take your property back. Stop believing the hype. It's nonsense. And myth number 3. Hard money is expensive. No, not having money is expensive. Hard money is leverage. Think about it. If you have 40K to your name, what are you gonna do with that? Rarely anywhere you can actually do anything with that to get into a property, unless you're like looking at mobile homes or something. But if you're looking at, let's say, any area where homes are valued at least 150K, you ain't doing much for 40K. That's where We come in and provide the leverage. We take on the heavier risk. Why? Because we're lending on 80%, usually about 80%. Some lenders are at 70%, 75. Again, depending on credits, you know what you get. But on average, we're lending about 80% of the purchase price. That means, let's just do simple numbers. $100,000 home, they're lending you $80,000 of the purchase price. And let's say you need about $50K for rehab. Guess where that comes out? In draws. So technically, you're not even putting that money up. For the most part, well, us at Now Lending Capital Group, we give you 100% of the construction costs. Other factors come into play, like LTV and whatnot. But let's just keep this example simple. So in using that example, you're only coming out of pocket, technically, with $20,000. Because if we're covering 80%, now what can you do with 40K? You guessed it. Get into 2 of those properties. Discounting, closing costs, and all that stuff. Again, if you really want to have an in-depth conversation with me about hard money, hardmoneyhandsome.com, or you can just call me. I might include my number in the link. Or maybe I should get one of those community numbers and stuff. I don't really want a bunch of people calling me because some people might prank me. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So what hard money is leverage. It gives you the ability to get into multiple deals at once. And I'm not even gonna talk about covering that 20% with business credit. That's a whole nother talk, man. When I tell you guys how I got into flipping properties, you're gonna be like, what? The truth about OPM. It can be 100% OPM if you're making the right moves. So there you have it. Those are 3 hard money myths for beginners. Again, if there's anything you feel I didn't cover, or you got a suggestion of something I should cover in another video, hey man, comment below. I need your comments. I need your feedback. I'm saying need, right? It's not I want, I need it, right? I'm doing this out here. I'm trying to provide value, and I want to make, truthfully, I want to make my life easier. So when you guys call me, you kind of know we cover the bases, and I don't have to answer all this rudimentary stuff. But regardless, I'm here for you. Holla if you need my help. Hard Money Handsome. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thanks for joining me. And as always, God is good, God is grand, God is great. Stay favored. Yeah.